Hi, I'm Miss Kim, the art instructor at the Music Connection in Orland Park, and I'm so excited to teach you today's fall scrapbook page that we'll be making. In this project, I will be teaching about paint printing and collage, and we'll discuss positive and negative space. So let's begin. As you can see, here's the example that I made, and I have a printout I did on my computer of a little kid's face and picking an apple. So I put your picture here, example apple picking, or any fall photo you'd like. I'm going to go around the table and show you what materials you're going to need for this project. First of all, I have a ruler or a T-square. I have stickers here, gold foiled. Then I have cardstock here that's 12 by 12 in size, 12 inches by 12 inches. A nice heavy cardstock because you'll be gluing a lot of these layered, textured, painted pieces onto that cardstock, so you need something a little bit durable and thick. Here's mixed media paper. Okay, and then I have 2 stencils. If you don't have these exact stencils, do something in the motif of apple picking fall. Think that in this project. And then I have 2 construction pieces of paper, just regular green and red. I have this Gelli Arts. This is a brand you want to buy. A gel printing plate. This is 8 inches by 10 inches. This is a brayer, and it has a roller on it. You're going to be rolling your paints to create these effects with the brayer. Then I have acrylic paints, red for red apples, yellow for yellow apples, and green for the leaves. Then I have my Modge Podge. Then I have a foam brush to use as an applicator. You can use any kind of fancy scissors to cut the edges for your bordering on your 2 pages. So I'm going to take my Gelli out. It's clear, and so it's within this plastic holder. I'm going to put that to the side. It does have a film that's clear on both sides to keep it protected. I'm just going to take the one side off right now and peel it away. Keep it with its holder because that'll go back on after I wash it with soap and water. You can use baby wipe to wipe it off paint, okay? So I have my mixed media paper, which is a nice heavy paper, and I'm going to put my paints on here. So I have red acrylic, and I'm just going to randomly squirt it anywhere I want. You're going to roll it a little bit because if you roll too much, you can create the color brown by mixing the paints too much. So you don't want that. I'm turning my Gelli on an angle a little bit, and here I start placing my brayer and just go right in it. And it might get stuck a little, the brayer at first, and that's okay. Just kind of lift and pull it through, and it will start to roll more. When I get it the way I like it, I'm going to just set my brayer down for a moment. And I have my little tools. I'm going to do like a swirl effect. Okay, and I might have taken a little too much paint off there. That's okay. I'm just going to put some back on the Gelli. And look, I'm just having fun in doing some great effects just by doing that. And that's what it's about. We can do that. I'm going to re-roll up here. And we could do that again. See, so it's pretty forgiving. And we'll get some more of that yellow in there. And now I will start again. I'm going to use this one and just kind of go real gentle and do some marks into my paint. I'm going to take my paper. Before I do, I'm going to take a stencil. This is a stencil, and here's some circles and some leaves. So I'm going to lay the stencil down, and I'm going to lay my paper right into that. And I'm just going to rub it with my hands gently right on top of the stencil, all the paper. Okay, and then I'm going to carefully pull my paper up slowly and carefully, and look at what I have. Look at all the cool effects I have. Then I'm going to take my stencil off. So I just made a positive print, meaning the circles are circles, even though they have some interesting shapes in there. We want that. I am going to get another piece of mixed media paper out of my pad. I am going to use a scrap piece of paper that I have here. And what I'm going to do now is just push this right onto the wet template of the patterns and push down. And I'm going to pull this up. And now I have a negative of the same prints, as you can see. See, the leaves and the circles here are white, so that's a negative print. So that's an example of positive and negative. Now I'm going to use my scissors. I'm going to cut away what is not painted and printed on this paper right now. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm moving the stencil aside for a moment, bringing my Gelli to me, and I'm going to put this right in there. Wherever I want to capture whatever colors and stuff, I'm going to go right here and just go straight down and get all that paint picked up onto this mixed media paper. And I'm going to lift it up to create my pattern of paint. Isn't that cool? So let's cut away the rest of this white on this paper. So we're trying to use up all the paper and carefully do this. If you want to wait till your page is a little dry, you can. I'm doing this faster for the video, but keep in mind you want this wet, your paint, so you have to kind of do it soon. Again, I'm just going to pick a random spot and I'm just going to rub it and get all that color in. Let's lift it up. All right, now I'm going to go, I don't know, on a diagonal. Lift it up and look at that. Isn't that cool? Now I'm just going to show you. You can wipe some of the paint off this Gelli with a baby wipe. I'm going to set my Gelli aside. You can just simply decide how you want to place your pieces. So I took a piece here and a piece here. I had ripped them and put them separate. And within this, like I did a layout with on top of the brown cardstock to fit it. And I just ripped papers and I would put things positioned. So you have my positive circles and positive shaped leaves, and then I have my negative shaped circles where they're white and the background's colored, and my negative of the leaves with the background colored. That's my negative. And then I have just cool colors, and it's like fall. You see texture like bark on a tree and like grain of wood. So that's what that all suggests. Take your green construction paper and measure it with your ruler 4 inches by 4 inches. So you would use that and you would mark it 4 by 4 and cut. I'm just doing it quickly here, and these are decorative edged scissors. And then I do red, same way for the journal writing. I would lay those down, okay? And then once I know how I want everything done, I take everything off carefully and I'd open my Modge Podge. It's just like Elmer's glue, basically. You take your foam brush and you would dip it in the glue per se, and you would go do the back of each piece that is dry on the back, coat it entirely with your foam brush, and you would then stick it down with your hands and push it down. Once it's all done, you can take the Modge Podge, dip it, and go over on top to have the pieces lay flat. Let it all dry flat. Then I used a glitter glue, and I simply put some glue on, and I just went in a swirl like that. Here, in this corner, like that, here, and here. Just to have a balanced 4 points. And then I did a few on this little tag here in 3 spaces, and I just closed up my glitter glue. Then I had taken a little bit of a brown paper bag and I glued it down. I ripped it and I used some stickers, foil stickers I had, and I just put September, and that was it. With the marker, I wrote 2020, and then I used the marker and wrote my journal, 2020 September. I enjoyed apple picking with my family is what I wrote. You can write whatever you would like. Everything should dry, and once it's dry, your paper might be a little wavy like you see. That's okay. You could take books on top that you know everything is for sure dry, especially the glitter glue, and put it on top to weigh it down and make it flatter. Have fun with this. Don't do exactly what I did, and just have fun with it. And remember, be happy and keep creating. This is Miss Kim signing off. Bye for now.